An idea I just had while emailing my mom in regards to conflicts I've been having with my father was to send my mom a list of my accomplishments each week. Like, I keep a list, I keep a life planner, I write down all my accomplishments, but I don't share them with anybody. I've tried accountability buddies on, like, finding them on Reddit and stuff and setting them up, but it's like people you don't really know, and if you don't build like a strong rapport with them and really connect with them, it really just fizzles out because there's nothing keeping you two linked together. But if it's your mom or someone, or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your fiance or your wife or your sister or your sisters or your brother or your aunt or your uncle or one of your close friends or someone you meet at like a support group. Support groups are really, really helpful for everything, from mental health to overeating to anything you can imagine. You know, victims of police violence, victims of people who've grown up with genetic medical disorders, people with chronic pain disorders, people who with loved ones who have cancer. These support groups are always like, for some reason, they're most of the time in media and like Hollywood films and TV shows, they're mocked. Like, people in support groups are weak, or they're weird, or it's like a cult, or it's pathetic. You know, it's people at their lowest when they're at a support group. But that's a terrible message that mainstream culture is sending people. You know, that being in a support group for anything is pathetic. You know, they're smart enough not to frame like therapy, one-on-one therapy, that way, but for some reason they always do that. And I think it's because the writers have a lot of issues and they tried support groups, but their egos are too big and they won't admit to their problems, whatever they may be. It could be a drug problem, an alcohol problem, it could be a sex addiction problem, it could be marital problems, it could be relationship problems, whatever it is. They are big Hollywood writers. For them, they don't need to admit to their faults and be honest about them to other people, because they're better than those people. They're just nobodies. They're big shot Hollywood writers, so they can cover up their flaws, the problems that they have in their life, with their success in their careers, and say, well, look at all this success I've had in my career, you know. So all this other stuff that I don't have in order, that's fucked up my life, doesn't really matter. And it's terrible. But yeah, finding people with whom you can, like, once a week, email them a list of your accomplishments so that they can email you back saying they're proud of you, and they get a little update on how your life's going. And you just keep it concise. Maybe your top 10 accomplishments of that week. You don't send them like a 100-item list of every little thing that you did. Like, oh, I did the laundry every day this week. No, I mean, that stuff is important. You could just pull all that together into saying, I attended to my obligations and responsibilities every single day this week, including but not limited to X, Y, and Z. And that's one accomplishment, and then you have the others. But you can start with small accomplishments. Start small. You just gotta, communicate to people. Like, in the beginning, I gotta start with small accomplishments. 10 small accomplishments, and then over time, they'll get bigger. But I gotta start off small, because in the beginning, you always overestimate what you can do in 1 week, but you underestimate what you can do in a year. And with an understanding of that and knowledge of how self-improvement really works, you can communicate to others how you're going to convey your accomplishments, and find the people with whom you can share good news with, which is like one of Jordan Peterson's rules, the 12 rules for life, is real friends are people with whom you can share good news with and share bad news with. There are people in your life you can't share good news with because they'll always one-up you on the good stuff, and they'll also one-up you on the bad stuff. If you say, hey, I accomplished this, they're like, that's nothing. I accomplished X, Y, and Z, dude. That's nothing. Whatever. Like, learn your place. I'm higher in the social hierarchy than you. Sort of toxic behavior. and that can be among women and men. Women do it just as much as men. Believe me, I talk to women. That sort of toxic behavior is just as common among the female side than it is among the male side, and all sides of the, of existence, regardless of race, color, gender, career, finances, ethnicity, what have you. There's always going to be people who are trying to pull you down, and people that always one up you on how bad something is. Like you went through some fucked up shit, and they're like, "Oh, dude, that's nothing. I had this thing happen to me which was way worse, and I just like overcame that so easily because I'm the best, dude. I'm the best." Like most people, I would have been the end of them. Like I got in a car accident, they said my legs are gonna heal, and I was like, "Fuck you, my legs will heal," and I was walking again in a fucking month, dude. Dude, nothing can throw me off my game, dude. You just need to fucking man up, dude, bro. Whatever, I don't know how women do it because I don't have a lot of female friends. Because I don't have a lot of friends in general. I only have one friend, is my girlfriend. So I guess I do have one female friend, my girlfriend, but she doesn't pull that shit, which is one of the reasons I'm with her. I do have friends that live in other states, but it's one of the reasons I'm getting out of Camden County. It's a small town where people with any sort of talent or desire for culture or a real education or a real career get out of Camden County. If you are okay with living in a rural area and you just you're comfortable with it, whatever, but I'm extra, so I need a place where extra people live, and that's why I'm going to Colorado. Whereas there's plenty of other people who are extra, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I hope someone gets some value out of this video. Upload it to YouTube, and as is, without any editing, because I'm a jackass and I just upload videos that with very little to no effort, and I should be editing them and putting a lot of work into them and writing a script. But that's for the future. Starting small, I'll just make videos off the cuff, and in the future I'll learn video editing and I'll put a lot of effort into videos so I can start a real YouTube channel that after a year or two of putting out quality content, I finally get a lot of views and subscribers. It's not linear, your growth on YouTube, it's exponential. In the beginning, with an exponential curve, there's almost no change over time while you're putting out high quality videos every single week or every single month. But after a year and a half, 2 years, you get discovered, and all of a sudden people are going through all your videos because they get hooked on them, they love them, and you find your core audience and they share it with their friends who are very like-minded, and you just blow up. But you have to have that patience in the first year of putting out quality content and getting almost no views or subscribers because you haven't hit that arc in the exponential curve yet. So anyway, have a great day. I love y'all. Love and peace to everyone. Whoever you are, I love you for who you are, and I love you for wanting to be a better human being. Take care, and thank you all.